Welcome to the Mayor's Take, the official podcast where we get the inside scoop from Montgomery's very own Mayor Stephen L. Reed. I'm Daryl Hall, your host, and I'm here to guide the conversation as we dive into the latest happenings in the city of Montgomery, break down the hot topics, making waves across the U.S., and even take a global perspective on events shaping our world. So settle in and join us as we explore the ideas, insights, and innovations that are shaping our community and beyond. This is the Mayor's Take. Let's get started. Mayor Reed, this is your very first podcast. There's so much going on and you're taking time out to do this. Can you please explain to us, why would you want to start a podcast now?
We want to make sure that everybody gets the information they need that's happening across the city. A lot of great things are happening. So many positive trends and momentum in this city. So we thought this would be a great vehicle to get the word out to our community about just what's taking place right in their own backyard.
That's awesome. I love to hear. Now, I know recently, there's a lot of people that support you. You have a lot of fans, like you said, this vehicle to kind of drive us through almost, where you are right now as the mayor of the city of Montgomery. And within this birthday party, I heard there was a nice dance you did walking through. Can you tell us about how that was for celebrating your 51st birthday?
It was a surprising dance.
Okay.
That's what that was. I told them they got to let me know so I can get my Bobby Brown and Kid and
There
play
you
ready.
go. Exactly.
I don't know if I can do Usher on roller skates, but I can do Mustafa and everybody else.
I'm with it. I saw a clip of it.
Yeah.
It was amazing. You did good.
Mufasa, I'm sorry.
Mufasa, there you go.
That's right.
Your dance will be whatever you want to call it.
All right.
We'll do that. So let's dive into Montgomery. Quick question. What's the biggest challenge facing the city right now, and how are you tackling it?
I think the biggest challenge facing the city right now is how we go about making it safer and how we go about really working collectively with the new police chief that we have, our sheriff's department, and certainly some of our partners at the state and federal level. But we really need community buy-in. So we're trying to do that through the Community Violence Intervention Program, as well as our Office of Violence Prevention, and to make sure that there's a holistic approach to how we deal with violence on the front end and certainly how we respond to it on the back end.
Gotcha. Now, even on a nationally based area, we're seeing debates about economic recovery and inflation. How do you see those issues playing out here in the city of Montgomery?
I mean, it's significant. When you think about the cost of groceries, whether it's eggs, costing $8 and all of that, milk costing, $6 and juice. I mean, these are just basics, right, that you don't really think about usually, but that impacts people every day. And so we're aware of that. And the cost of inflation is also impacting housing. So it's impacting people's ability to pay their rent, to pay their utility bills, and certainly to try to qualify for a home loan, which we want more people to do in our city. So we're working with financial institutions and other consulting firms to really help us as a government find out what are the best policies that we can put in place, but also who are the best partners to help us bring people along during this tough economic time.
Gotcha. Now, of course, I know we're talking about the prices with groceries going up and down. You're a dad, right?
Yeah.
And I'm a father too. And when my wife sends me to the grocery store, I'm going to miss something. If you go grocery shopping.
Hey, not if. I am the grocery shopper.
Oh, you are a grocery
I'm
shopper.
the grocery
What
shopper.
are some of the favorite things you like to buy? Your Publix or Walmart? Which one?
Listen, all the above.
All the above? Oh,
As long
that's
as they're
awesome.
paying their taxes in Montgomery, all of them.
There you go.
But Walmart, you got to get early. Now, I will say that.
I'm with you.
I got to get Walmart early. Now, if not, then the lines are long and it's a little different. The ladies are great at all the grocery stores that we go into, but we go in whichever one's convenient. And whichever ones I can get in and out of was at lunch, in the morning, or on the weekend.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. So, of course, doing the fatherly duties and the husband duties, I know I personally witnessed you being active within the community. I used to coach with a team called the Montgomery Legends.
Oh,
and
man.
we had the entire team, and you came out and speak. And so I know you do a lot of things within the community that a lot of people may not see. How do you feel about doing that with giving back to your community where it's really not publicized? It spoke to a lot of those kids to know that the mayor of the city of Montgomery came and spoke to a city league football team with the YMCA. How does that make you feel in that aspect?
Oh, it's great. For me, it's a great feeling to be able to give back to the city that gave so much for me and continues to give to my family as well. So anything that we can do to participate, I enjoy that part of the job probably more than most. Really being able to get to talk to different groups, whether it's young people or whether it's young professionals, neighborhood groups, all of them, but certainly the kids. When you get a chance to see that excitement and that hope that they have in their eyes about what they want to do if they're in school or if they're on the football field, baseball field, the basketball court, just that sense of excitement that they have and remembering where I was back in those days and how it would have made me feel.
Now, okay, so you just had your birthday. You say back in those days.
Yeah.
I heard you were a football player.
Yeah.
Were you a football player or a good football player?
I was a good football player.
Where'd you play at?
At JD and Morehouse.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I played collegiately as well.
That's awesome. So I heard there's possible of some newer stuff with football.
Yeah.
Coming to the city.
Yeah.
How does that look right now?
We're working with Brandon Dean, who's our Parks and Recreation director. We want to work with the city leagues as well and the YMCA to make sure from youth football, because I played from the time I was 8 to the time I was 22.
Okay.
So when you play that long, it's in you. It's hard to get out of you. And so we want to make sure that sports is a value proposition for our city, that our youth leagues are, our middle schools are, our high schools are. So we want to invest in the equipment. We want to invest in the facilities. We want to invest in the coaches, the staff, the training, and of course, the young athletes. And that's not just for boys, but also when it comes to girls sports too. We want people to look at Montgomery as an academic powerhouse and what you can do with all of our schools here, but also as an athletic powerhouse too, and what's possible here. And because those are things that help form you as a person. Those are things you take with you, whether you're in the military, whether you're in professional life, you go to college, or if you're just working on your own. Those lessons are lessons that still stick with me even to this day.
It's team management, it's leadership, it's time management, and as student athletes, they need all
discipline.
Those things. It's a strong discipline. So even with dealing with City League sports and recreation, and again, it's just something I kind of heard through the grapevine, is a Chris Brown or Chris Stapleton or somebody kind of big coming into the city that you know of? Is the city trying to make some moves with that?
Yeah, we're definitely, man, you got your ear to the streets for real.
It's just what I heard.
All right, we got some leaks somewhere in City Hall. We got to figure that out. But no, we do have plans for some big stars to come to Montgomery who have reached out, who are interested in working with us. That's on the sports business side. That's some retired athletes, some current athletes, and then entertainers as well who know about our art scene and who know about the talent that we have here just across the board. So we're looking forward to that, so stay tuned, and we'll have an announcement coming real soon, but not today.
Not today, so I'm going to keep my mouth closed. If I hear anything, I won't tell them about it. I'm going to go to the mayor's take first.
That's right.
And then we'll talk about it. So as the mayor, you're a father, you're a husband, you're part of the athletic department with Parks and Recreation, with youth sports, you're active within the schools. There's so much that you do, but being that you're so active and close to the people, you as the mayor, how does that make you feel with what you've changed up until this point now with being that close and actively involved with the people in the city of Montgomery?
I think it's something that we always try to make sure we're listening, whether it's to our faith leaders in the community, our grassroots leaders, small business owners, or just people who are catching me in the grocery store, catching me at a ball game, or just catching me out and about, to what their needs are, what they're looking for, and how they want us to help. So whether that is investing more in neighborhoods that have been left behind, or making sure that we're bringing other amenities to parts of the city that may not have had them, and then working with our growing sectors of the business the growing business of the city as it stands. We want to make sure that we're listening, but we're also acting and we're moving. So for me as a leader, you got to be sure that you never get caught thinking that you have all the ideas, that you realize that there are some good ideas that come from your staff, that come from those who work for the city, but also the community itself, because they're going to tell you whether or not they need that speed bump in the neighborhood, whether or not that trash isn't being picked up, or whether or not that grass needs to be cut in some part of the city. And so we want to make sure we're responding to them like we would customers, because in actuality, the residents are our customers.
Yes. So like I said, I hear a lot of stuff that's happening within the city. My ears are to the street with certain things. I also heard there's some new things coming up this spring and this summer within the city with some community centers. You know anything about that?
Just a little bit.
Okay.
You know, we have invested millions of dollars in our community center. These are not just paint jobs and put lipstick on the pig. We have gone in to update the Wi-Fi, update the technology, and to make sure that the spaces are contemporary spaces for people and what they do now, both as adults as well as young people. So we aren't just going to roll out a basketball and expect people to do maybe what I would have done many moons ago, what we've been pushed to do. But we know gaming is a big part of what our young people do. We want to be more focused on sound engineering. A lot of people are talking about what happens in front of the camera. Not a lot of people know what happens behind the camera. So we're working with some groups to make sure that we can even have a studio in some of our community centers. So we have these things to go along with them. So whether that's Chisholm, whether that is a therapeutic center over by Floyd, or whether that is North Montgomery, Sheridan Heights, all these places are going to see a lot of improvement. So if you haven't been in a community center, you'll want to go in because it will not look the same. And you'll see that coming forward, along with the Crump Center as well for our seniors and many of the events that they host there. So we're really excited about that. And it's taxpayers' dollars that have been spent very wisely, and you should see, hear, and feel the difference.
Well, I'm excited to hear that. So the community centers is just for the kids, can adults? Because you make it seem like I want to be in there too.
Hey, listen, it's for everybody.
For everybody
in the family, from Nana on down. So we want to make sure whether you're looking for a financial literacy class, if you're looking for a health and wellness class, or again, if it's something just to burn off some steam with the young people and with the kids, there's something there for everybody. And that's what we're excited about, is reprogramming these spaces for where we are in 2025 and where we'll be moving forward.
So before we leave, I got a quick trivia question for you. You got time for a quick trivia question?
Yeah, let's take it.
Here we go. Which part of the city of Montgomery once had its own swimming pool?
Oh, wow.
Had its own swimming pool.
Its own swimming pool. Now, okay, so I grew up at the Cleveland Avenue Y. South Montgomery.
South Montgomery?
They had it right over here at Floyd. Right over at what we call now the TRC.
It's
North Montgomery, Sheridan Heights.
Come on down the interstate by the hospital. There's a fire station.
Come on.
It's a nice playground area.
Keep going.
You can learn about astrology in this planetarium.
Oh, okay, yeah. We filled it. Not we. They filled in the pool. I'm sorry.
They filled the pool. So
they
it's
filled
Oak
the
Park.
pool. Yeah, Oak Park. They filled
Park.
that pool for 9 years rather than have it be integrated.
Wow.
So yeah, if you had, yes, it's been so long. Rather, after integration, they filled that pool for 9 years rather than allow anyone who lived adjacent to Oak Park that was black use that pool.
And hear me, when I read this and I saw you have to be a seasoned Montgomeryan to know that answer. I just found out with you. So we're gonna be in this together. So Oak Park is that answer. Any final words that you have when it comes down to the mayor's take? Any final words?
Listen, I think one, the fact they pulled you in to do this, I don't know how much they paid you, but they didn't pay you enough to ask me these questions. I know that's not easy. Trying to get a quick answer out of me. I can go on for that. So I appreciate, Darryl, what you're doing. But I just say for the city of Montgomery, just know there are great things happening. And know it's because of what you're doing and what we're trying to do as a government at City Hall, working with our public partners, our private partners, and those in philanthropy and in charity who want to partner with our city because of its history and because of the present and future they believe we have right now. So I just say stay tuned for more good things. We'll be talking about a lot of those events, a lot of those people, and a lot of the opportunities that we have coming. So keep it up, and we'll keep moving forward.
Well, that's a wrap for this episode 1 of The Mayor's Take. A big thank you to Mayor Steven L. Reed for your time with us today. Please make sure you stay on all social media platforms to make sure you stay in tune, in the know, and what's going on with the next episode of The Mayor's Take. Don't forget to subscribe to The Mayor's Take as well on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode. We'll be back in 2 weeks with more updates, discussions, and of course, the mayor's unique take on the topics that keep us all talking. Until then, take care, stay engaged, and I'm thankful for the part of this conversation that we have with our mayor. I'm Darryl Hall, your host. I will see you next time.